I'm doing life. And I think a lot of guys and gals out there, particularly in the insurance space, you're doing your business rather than doing your life, you know? And I want to do my life. So we go see clients because it improves our life. So we're highly interested in expansion because I know survival is in expansion. It's not in keeping everything the way it was.
You can't.
I get bored.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of guys and gals out there that have your own gig, you're bored with your gig. Like if you got really honest, you're bored. You're bored with the product. You're bored with the service. You're bored with the customer. You're bored with your industry. How many people in the insurance business?
So there's about 1.8 million with a license. But the sad thing is,
80% don't
only
do
250,000 of them are making over 50,000 a year.
Wow. So 30% are active or a little less, and then 70% are probably bored, disengaged with their business. Mm-hmm. And so, look, if that happens, the entire industry can implode on itself.
You got to be energized about what you do, and I got to say, you energize me. When I was at your conference, I realized that I was setting some baby goals.
Right.
I wasn't setting big enough goals. I'm not driving myself up
to
where I could be, and I'm not kicking myself for all these years. I didn't push myself harder.
You know, the other problem, Paul, is that we don't have other people pushing us, right? So I grew up in an environment where everything was be grateful. Be grateful, man. I'm like, Mom, I want to do this and that. My mom would be like, be grateful for what you do have. Hey, Mom, I just did this, and then now I want to go do this, okay? Or I'm talking to a manager in a business. I'm like, hey, we did this, now I want to go do this. And they're like, why don't we just celebrate what we just did? I just had 9,000 plus people at an event that everybody says was the best event they'd ever been to.
Yes.
And I'm like, I want to do something real big now. And everybody's in my office is like, hey, man, why don't we celebrate that one? I'm done with that one.
It's over.
So the question now is, when is somebody going to be satisfied, you know, for what you've done? And I would just tell you, until you've reached your full potential, if you look at great people over the last 2,000 years, those people are never satisfied until they're like, they know, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Jobs could have been satisfied when he came out with the iPhone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, he pushed harder.
He could have been satisfied with just getting rich early on, selling out his company, grabbing his, 30 or 40 million bucks back in the 90s and be done. He could have been satisfied with that, but he wasn't. So that's what drives me, Paul. It's like, hey, what else can I do? You know, that's why I'm coming to your event in Chicago. Can I help one person there?
And that's the whole point of the Super Conference, is to really help our, insurance agents and financial advisors be that best self.
Yeah.
Because we should all be on that quest, never-ending quest to be your best self.
I agree with you, and I can't wait to spend some time with you in Chicago. One of the first rules of success is show up. You know, I've been praying my whole life for a breakthrough. I'm like, hey, man, God, show me the breakthrough. Show me the breakthrough. And one guy, one day, he told me, he's like, dude, you keep asking for the breakthrough, man. You got to start taking some chances now. I said, what do you mean? He's like, you can't keep praying for breakthroughs, and every time somebody walks up to you, you say no.
Yeah, you just got to drive.
You got to show up.
Yeah.
My wife talked me into going out to this restaurant recently, and the whole time I'm like, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. That's my first response to everything. I don't want to do it. I don't have time. She talked me into it. It's on the way home, the whole way home. I'm like, we need to do that more often. Dang, why that's your responsibility to get me out more often. But for some reason, I think people's first response is,
no,
I don't have time. That's not going to work. Rather than saying, I'm going to start showing up. Maybe 2018 is the year of the show up rather than the year of the dog. It's the year of the show up. Show up in Chicago. I'll be there. I guarantee we'll blow up your business.
That's our goal. Blow up your business in a good way.
Yeah, and come back to Miami. We'll do this again before September, right?
Yes. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Paul.
This September, put yourself in the driver's seat to 10xing your business at the 2018 InsuranceNewsNet Super Conference and become a master at modern marketing, sales techniques, trust multipliers, and agency building strategies guaranteed to exponentially grow your practice. With the help of keynote and main stage speakers Grant Cardone, Stephen M.R. Covey, Terry Shodine, Patrick Bet-David, Tom Hegna, and Dan Seidman. Visit www.innsuperconference.com and register now if you still can.